theory. I don't know much about theory either, but I know enough that I've got at least 100 songs, ideas, good ones, real good ones, at bay for my program. I was going to do this a lot earlier, but I got sucked into watching. Some of you have heard of Rick Beato. He's only got about 5.5 million followers on YouTube. He's interviewing Kevin Shirley, who is a producer, an engineer, who's done almost all of, or most of, Joe Bonamassa's records, and anything Bonamassa has done with Black Country Communion. He's done about 50 albums. He's done some live with Beth Hart. Kevin Shirley's also done stuff with Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin, bands you never heard of, like Iron Maiden, and there's 100 others. But I got sucked into watching that interview. I couldn't stop. Because I'm going to be getting a low-end recording program soon, and to understand about the mixing and mastering, so important to understand what frequencies you're dealing with when you record. It's not like the shit I've already done. It's just we're backing tracks and I played a melody over them. I'm going to be doing all the instruments other than the drums. Oh, and the other instruments that the computer provides, like keyboards, organ, piano, flute, stringed instruments, and that kind of stuff. I'll have that stuff in my songs wherever they're needed. This is for creativity, so this is tuned down a whole step just before I forget. And it may sound a little out because the strings are light and they're tuned down a whole step, and plus because of the injury, when I press down, I'm bending with one finger and I can't feel it as much as the other. So even some of the simple chords I do, I might bend them by accident. We're going to use the key of D major, and I'm just going to start noodling in the key, using the key of D major, but I'm going to focus on the E minor chord. And for those of you who are beyond a beginner, but yet maybe how can you be playing an E minor chord in D major? Because any of your keys, no matter what key you do it in, if we're starting in D major, your second chord will be a minor or a minor 7. So in D, you're going to have an E minor, an F sharp minor, or minor 7. This is basic, because there's a zillion other chords you can substitute those with. With all of this, I could play a D major 7 instead of a D, but all my scales will still be coming. All right, so... and then you'd have a G as your 4 chord. And there's a million ways to voice any one of these chords. There's a million ways to voice them in dyad form or triad form. That just means 2 notes. And like a G, that's a dyad. That's just 2 notes. 2 notes, dyad. And the open G string. That's a G. That's a G. So... you got this form of a G. I use this one a lot with the barring over the D and the G. So there's... and again, they're sounded out because I'm bending the string because of the pain from the injury. So that you got a D, E minor or E minor 7. Same thing, F sharp minor or minor 7. G, A. They're all over the place. You can take a... all right, and then your B natural minor. So you got a D, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, A major, B minor, and then a C sharp diminished. And back to your do. You can hear it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So typically when the camera's not on, and I'm going to noodle around a little bit, I might start with... all that is another form of an E minor. Well, that's your basic E minor, and then I'm sliding up F sharp, G, and this is just an A chord with added major third note. So, what was I doing earlier? Alright, so, what was I doing? Yeah, that's what I was doing. So I took that one idea, this is all about creativity, and maybe taking a step towards learning the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And practicing by using the basic chords in that key, and also mixing in some of the melodies of that key. So in that in D, or any key, your first chord would be your Ionian scale. Your second chord, which I'm focusing on here, is E minor, but it's not E natural minor scale, it's an E Dorian scale. So when I go anywhere on the fretboard for that E minor chord, but if I'm playing in the key of D, I'm playing all the notes of D major. E Dorian, I just go anywhere on the fretboard and make sure I'm playing the notes out of D major, B minor, but to the E chord. So this is how I get my creativity, is I stay in one key. If I pick the guitar up, just making shit up. It's not a piece or anything, but my point being, I will decide on a key, not maybe right away, because I have a song doing this, and that's going to be on an album that actually got two different genres of the same idea. One's going to be heavy, and the other one's going to be clean. That's in the key of G, I think. Let me play it. We'll leave that D major now, and we'll go to this one I really like. So it's more like G, E minor, the pure minor. Remember, this is tuned down a whole step. Now when I write the track, I'll embellish it, I'll tighten it up, I'll start really making every bar count. So I'm just slopping, strumming it out rough to explain to you. Once you learn your do, re, mi, now I'm in E natural minor. I've left that Dorian I started with, but I explained enough. Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, whatever key you're doing it out of. That's how it goes. Your do, re, mi. Chord wise and note wise. Now I'm going back to the key of D. I know I make it confusing, but when I started doing this, not just to bring it into the key of D, using the starting with the same E minor, I like this one better because I've got this piece more figured out as a whole song. Now what I'll end up doing when I want to make this more finished product, right there, or I might do something like, you know, I don't want to do too much at the beginning of the song. I want to leave it as empty as possible to have room to add some other things in, you know. So this one now I'm in E natural minor now from the key of G major. Interesting stuff. And when I do this, I've got all open strings. Just this one. Those are the only three that I'm using playing notes on. The rest are all open. Even this one. And it's very hard with this injury. This hurts like a son of a bitch. And then I come up to the D, so that's just E minor to C to D. But this is boring as hell to go. It'd be okay in a rock song with a lot of distortion and guitars and being more busy, but for an instrumental and playing it on a clean sound, this is more interesting. So, you know, it depends. Maybe mix it up. We'll see. But anyways, just taking a key, and then I sit with that one key, say now I'm gone to the E minor, and have left the D. I'm in G major now instead of the D that I started with. I always do that because my mind goes off. Oh, you got this idea in this other key and blah, 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 and it's still an E minor. So you got an E minor, any chord, an A chord shows up in multiple keys in different ways. You know, in the key of A, obviously, that'd be your first chord. In the key of D, that would be your 5 chord. You know, in the key of, what else we got? E, it'd be your 4 chord. You know, and then just because I strum that E major right now, I want to create. What am I doing now? There we go. So now that's E major, a perfect another example of the basic chords descending instead of ascending, starting with the E major and then going down to the D sharp diminished, just a triad, not the whole chord because I can't play it right now with the injury. C sharp minor and then to an A, you know, whatever. G sharp minor to A to E. Simple's just, I come up with hundreds of ideas without going off into any special place. Just out of the basic, top of the surface, basic theory. I went over, this will be over 15 minutes.